Good morning everyone and welcome back. I'm here at Heritage Hostel in Tehran and today our main plan is something very special. Participating in my very first prayer in a masjid here in Iran. And today is not just any ordinary day. Eid Mubarak to everyone watching wherever you are in the world. Today is the first day of Eid Al-Adha. And on top of that, it is Friday, the blessed day of Jumu'ah. Subhanallah, what a day to be here in Tehran. But first, let's have breakfast. Look at this. Iranian tea, fresh fruits, boiled eggs, butter, white cheese, salads, and lavash bread. All complimentary, included with your hostel booking. If you are visiting Tehran on a budget, staying in a hostel is genuinely good value. You wake up to a spread like this every morning at no extra cost. Breakfast was very nice. Now, let's go find the Eid prayer. This gentleman right here is Mr. Hassan, my taxi driver for today. I found him through Snap. As told you earlier, it's the Iranian version of Uber. If you are coming to Tehran, download Snap Taxi app on day one. It will save you a lot of trouble. No haggling, no uncertainty, just a driver ready to go. Mr. Hassan doesn't speak much English, but honestly, his smile is communication enough. We are going to get along just fine.
If you have celebrated Eid before, you know what the morning usually feels like. You will see people heading to prayer, a festive energy in the streets, everyone in their brand new clothes, hugging each other, exchanging greetings, and that beautiful echoing sound of takbir coming from the masjid. But Tehran this morning feels different, much quieter. And there is a reason for that. Iran is a predominantly Shia Muslim country, and Eid Al-Adha is not marked with the same visible public energy as in Sunni majority countries. You could walk through the city this morning and not even realize it is Eid. And since today is Friday, most shops are closed and the streets are mostly empty. The city feels still. That actually made me even more curious about finding the prayer. So I started asking around. What time is the Eid prayer today? Nobody at the hostel had a clear answer. I checked online, got different results, nothing confirmed. Then, one of the Afghan staff members at the hostel helped me out. Tehran has a sizable Afghan community, many of them Sunni Muslims, so he knew exactly what I was looking for. Eid prayer, 11 a.m. Problem 1, solved. Now the second challenge, finding the right masjid. Here is something that might surprise you. Tehran has masjids on almost every street. Beautiful ones, elegant architecture, detailed tile work, tall minarets. But almost all of them are Shia masjids. I wanted to pray at a Sunni masjid for Eid. After some research, I found it. Ahlus Sunnah Masjid in the Punak district, one of the largest Sunni masjids in Tehran. The only issue? It is 35 kilometers from the hostel.
We are leaving Baharistan now, and the journey begins with an underpass. These underpasses are a big part of how Tehran moves. The city has built them at major intersections to keep the traffic flowing under the heavy traffic above. Inside, it is dim, echoey, functional. You come out the other side and the city opens up again. And Tehran really does open up. Baharistan sits in the east of central Tehran, a historic, busy area. On a clear morning like this, you can see the full ridgeline from the car. It is one of those views that surprises you every time. As we move further northwest, the neighborhoods become noticeably different, more open, greener, quieter. The density of central Tehran gives way to wider roads and taller residential buildings. This is a different side of the city from where we started. Punak is one of the more upscale neighborhoods of northwest Tehran.
Okay, so Google Maps is saying we have reached our destination. 30 minutes through Tehran traffic, 35 kilometers, and we are here. But where exactly is here?
But there is no sign of any masjid anywhere around us. We drive slowly ahead, do a small loop around the block, come back to the same spot. Same result. I am standing on this pavement thinking, okay, what do we do now? There is no sign of masjid nearby. After a few minutes, we asked a gentleman. He pointed to a residential building and told me know the iron gate. So here I am, standing in front of this iron gate on the ground floor of an old apartment building. No signboard, no indication of what is inside. I knocked. For a few seconds, silence. Then I could hear movement inside. The sound of something being shifted, footsteps coming closer. The gate opened. An Iranian gentleman stood there, and before I could say a single word, he smiled and said, Bifarma, Bifarma. That one word immediately put me at ease. I stepped inside. And I have to be honest with you, the first sight was not what I expected at all. On the drive from the airport to Tehran and throughout the city itself, I passed masjid after masjid. Grand structures with tall minarets, stunning blue tilework, elaborate domes, vibrant colours. The kind of architecture that makes you stop and stare. This was nothing like that. This was a prayer hall. A simple, modest prayer hall inside what looked like a converted building. No grand entrance, no architectural statement, just a quiet, functional space for worship. I stood there for a moment, taking it in. And then it hit me. I asked the gentleman when the Eid prayer would begin. He looked at me and said, "It is already finished." The prayer was at 8 in the morning and close to 2,000 people attended. 2,000 people at 8 a.m. And I was standing here at 11. I will not pretend that did not sting. I came 35 kilometers across Tehran on Eid morning specifically for this prayer, and I missed it by 3 hours.
The gentleman's name was Sadiq, and despite the language barrier, we had a good conversation through Google Translate, passing the phone back and forth. He told me about the masjid, the community, how the Sunni Muslims in Tehran gather here. It was a small but important window into a community that exists quietly inside a Shia-majority city. And then Sadiq gave me a suggestion. The Jumu'ah prayer, the Friday prayer, will take place at 1:30 p.m. You have 2 hours. Go explore, come back, and pray with us. 2 hours. An open afternoon in Tehran. MashaAllah. Sometimes a missed plan opens a better one. Iran Mall. Now before you think, spending time in a shopping mall on Eid day? Let me tell you what Iran Mall actually is, because this is not a regular shopping mall. You think the Dubai Mall is the biggest on earth? Think again. I'm standing in the shadows of the real heavyweight champion, the Iran Mall. Dubai Mall is legendary, spanning 12 million square feet. But Iran Mall? It's nearly double that at 21 million. It's not just a mall, it's a city. You could fit 2 Dubai malls inside here and still have room for a football stadium. This place opened in 2018 and was designed to blend modern architecture with Persian cultural traditions. It is not just a place to shop, it is genuinely a city within a city. Around 24% of the space is commercial, 18% cultural, and 31% public and recreational. For entertainment, there are 12 IMAX cinemas, a 2,000-seat theatre, an amusement park, an ice rink, tennis courts, and a full sports complex. And right in the middle of all of this, there is a mosque on the ground floor, along with 40 prayer rooms spread across the complex. Even here, in the world's largest shopping mall, the space for prayer was not forgotten. This place is worth at least half a day if you are visiting Tehran. Budget travelers, families, culture lovers, there is genuinely something here for everyone. And the entry is free. You only spend if you choose to. But here is the honest truth. It is Friday morning, and most of the shops and sections inside are either closed or just opening up. The Eid holiday makes it even quieter than usual. I walked around for a bit, took in what I could see. The architecture, the open spaces, the sheer size of the complex. Even half empty, it gives you an idea of what this place must feel like on a busy day. But I didn't have much time, and there wasn't much to explore with most things closed. So I made a decision. Rather than wander around with nothing open, I would rather go back to Punak, back to the masjid, back to Brother Sadiq. The Jumu'ah prayer is at 1:30 p.m., and that felt like the right way to spend this Eid Friday. Not in a shopping mall, but in prayer. I made my way back to Punak, back to the same iron gate, back to Masjid. And as I stepped inside, I could already hear it. The khutbah had started. The Friday sermon echoing through the hall. Sat down and just took a moment to take it all in. Alhamdulillah. And yet, here I am, in Iran, on Eid Al-Adha, on a Friday, praying Jumu'ah with much brothers around me. What a blessing. What a day. Honestly, today was full of surprises. And I have a lot more to share with you from this experience. Things I did not expect. Moments I will not forget. But that I am saving for the next episode. If you are enjoying this journey through Tehran, make sure you are subscribed and stay tuned. There is a lot more coming. Once again, Eid Mubarak.